I started my journey into the furry fandom 6 months ago, in May of 2018. It started with cringe Vine videos, then furry YouTube videos. It slowly evolved into Twitter communities, and has kind of peaked at furry subreddits. I slowly changed as someone who didn't really think twice about the subculture, into someone who was eager to experience it. Curiosity of the subculture led me down a rich rabbit hole. It began with cringy Vine compilations on YouTube. You know the ones where any small, socially awkward video gets torn apart by edgy, I'm better than thee teenagers in the comment section? Well, I never really commented, or thought twice about the videos, but would watch them on occasion, just as some mindless nonsense, to drown out the regular stresses of my life. Silly sketch. But due to the public perception of furries, even if the video was quality or funny, it would be put in these compilations, because of the lols. For me, these clips always ended up being the most entertaining part of the video, but genuinely entertaining, not cringy entertaining. This led me into the rabbit hole of furry YouTubers. It started with the classics, such as Majira Strawberry, and convention clips of Telephone, but eventually led me into some content creators that ended up lining up with my more regular YouTube viewing habits. YouTubers such as Two Furry Bros, Culturally Effed, and my current obsession, Adler the Eagle. These were people that were creating high quality and entertaining content that coerced me into binging their entire catalogs. But not only did they talk about furry things in general, but they also touched on other things, such as history, gaming, and my personal favorite, animation. It was a trove of creativity hidden in this brightly colored community. That's when I knew that I wanted more. After some research, I was pointed to Twitter for a hub of the community. This is where I would pin my official start of trying to join the fandom. I didn't want to break in with my normal accounts, and by being myself, so I needed a fursona. That is when I came to my trusty spirit animal, the red panda, and the name while listening to some older music. After the initial creation, I needed what every good fursona should have: commissioned art. Conversations with several artists later, I found my guy, paid in full, and I anxiously awaited the birth of Mr. Bojangles. And when the time came, I finally got to meet him, and it was glorious. Some clicks of the mouse and exciting keyboard clackers later, and he was open to the world on Twitter. Furiously, or should I say, furiously, I spent hours finding my favorite YouTubers and other prominent furs that aligned with who I am, most interesting of which ended up being Dogpatch Press, my now go-to hub for all of the drama in the fandom. The content on Twitter could not suffice my hunger though, I needed more. That has led to my favorite corner of the internet, the subreddit Furry IRL. It is essentially a community of furry meme shitposters, where the only limit is your imagination, and the rules set by the mods. The reason that is my favorite is that it is where in the community I found the most amount of interaction, and by most I mean any. Twitter, YouTube, and a brief stint on Furry Amino has led to no ins in the community, and no connections. I understand most of it to be my fault, as I'm not particularly artistic and can't contribute to the immensely talented art world that exists within the fandom. Contrary to popular opinion, the community, although accepting, is quite locked down. Years of harassment and abuse by trolls has led to a distrust of newcomers and made it difficult to find connections, and has proven to be a harsh obstacle to overcome. But with Furry IRL, there is a community of like-minded people where you can post memes and know that someone will respond. You may not get a conversation out of it, but it sure is something. With that being said, know that I am not going to stop. I'm going to keep trying to break into this community. Over the 6 months, I have seen a swarm of positivity among incredible people, helping each other and pooling together to make something warm and beautiful. A fandom mostly full of people who care about each other and just want to have fun. This has been Mr. Bojangles, and thank you so much for watching my first 6 months of trying to break into the furry fandom.